Hello there, and welcome to your checkup. My name is Calliope, and I'm going to be performing your examination today. How are you doing today? I see. I hope by the time you leave this examination, you feel even just the littlest bit better. Let me see what we have going on in your chart. So if you wouldn't mind, if you could just confirm your name and date of birth for me. And is that your preferred name? How do you like to be addressed? Now let's take a little peek through your history. Okay, so you filled out your personal medical history, your familial history, allergies, medications. Is there anything you can recall that maybe you didn't add or weren't sure if you should add? Very good. Then the last thing is just to record down if there's any particular reason why you wanted this examination. No, just check. Very good. I am going to start by just taking a little listen to your heart and lungs. From this point onwards, I am going to need to be touching you for the purpose of this examination. Is that okay with you? Do I have your permission to do that? Wonderful. So, let me get all ready to go. How's your day been going so far? It's been alright? You have anything fun for afterwards? No, just a standard day. That is just fine. That's good too. I'm just going to be placing the stethoscope on your chest, and I'm first just going to listen with you breathing normally. Tricuspid. Mitral. Good. Okay. So now I'm going to take a listen to your lungs, and when I prompt you to, I'm just going to have you take a deep breath in and out, alright? Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Always comparing one side to the other. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in Deep breath in and out. Good. Now I'd like to listen to a couple spots on your back. I'm just going to reach over here. Deep breath in and out. 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 Okay. Very good. If you'll just give me a moment. Now I'd like to have a little look at your lymph nodes. We have many different nodes around the body. I'm going to be focusing mostly on the clavicle up. We have from the back of the head all the way around to above the collarbones. So I am just going to start at the back of your head here. These are the occipital nodes. These are generally at where the hairline would be, rather. We work our way forward to post-auricular, behind the ears. And then pre-auricular, right in front of the ear. And we can just take a little bit of a feel for the parotid gland. We can come underneath the jaw, submental and submandibular. Good, and then we can come down along the neck. We have the different cervical nodes here: posterior cervical, superficial cervical, deep cervical chain, what have you. All down the neck here. And then we come down to supraclavicular, above the clavicle. Right in here. Good. Okay. Excellent. Now I'd like to have a little inspection of your face. I'll look at your hands as well. But I'm going to get really up close, okay? Might be a little uncomfortable, but I want to make sure that I can see everything that I'm doing and anything that I'm on the lookout for. Are there any particular spots, scars, wounds, anything of that sort pre-existing, or you already know where they came from? Okay, very good. So if there's anything that I see that isn't one of those things, then we know that's something we need to take a closer look at. Good. Just feeling a little bit of the texture of the skin as well. It's very important. Have you had any problems with your skin lately that you'd like to address? Okay, very good. Tingle feel right here. Good. Okay, looks pretty good. Now if I could see your hands, first I'll have you with the backs of your hands towards the ceiling so that I can see the nails, the joints, the skin. Right? If I could just have a little look here. Okay. Nice nails. Doesn't look like there's any oddities in the nails. It's where we see a lot of health issues can crop up. It's one of our little clues into the health of the body. And any problems with the joints at all. Any stiffness, pain, are you finding any of your joints to be really warm? No? Okay. Just feeling around each of the knuckles here. Distal to proximal here. Good. And I'm just going to check the temperature of the skin with the backs of my hands, just so I can see if there's any spot that's overly warm or overly cool, right? Just going to real quick check there. Good, and that's fine. And would you mind just showing me your elbows here? Look for any signs of plaques. Usually you can find two. Okay. Yes, and that's all clear. Very good. So, let me just jot this down. Before we move on, I'm going to have a little look at the eyes. So, when is the last time you had an eye exam? Okay. And do you wear contacts or glasses at all, even reading glasses? Okay. Let's take a little peek here. We're looking at the skin, we're looking at the tissues, looking at the hair distribution. Your eyes, your vision as of late, have you? Okay. Good. Just a little peek. And I'm going to be pulling the eyelids down, and I want you to look up. Okay. Pull down, you look up. Looking at the conjunctiva. Okay, and I'm going to pull the eyelids up, and I want you to look down. Pull up, you look down. Very good. All right. So, I am going to do a few different tests with you. So first, I'd like you to focus on this finger using only your eyes without moving your head. You could just follow this finger for me, all right? Follow the finger. Follow the finger. Good. Follow the finger. Okay, follow it as it comes in and out, in and out, and in. Good. And if you could look at my fingers here, right? And just follow my fingers. Okay. Just keep following my fingers as best as you can. Good. Good. Let's look for some lid lag. We'll go up and down and up and down. Good. Let's go diagonally up. Okay, diagonally down. Diagonally up. Diagonally down. Diagonally up. Diagonally down. Diagonally up. Diagonally down. Okay. Now if you wouldn't mind just covering one eye. So if you could cover this eye right here, I'm going to have you follow the finger with just the one eye. All right? Okay, so let's go ahead and go up and down. Make sure that independent from each other, your eyes can still move in all of our cardinal directions of gaze. Good. Okay, let's do a few diagonals just as best as you can. Just as best as you can. Good. Okay, we'll come in and out. In and out. Right. Now if you'd like to switch sides so that this eye is covered, right? We'll do that same thing. Okay, just focus on my finger, right? Focus on my finger best as you can. Good. Might be a little random. Just trying to see if there's any delay. Good. Good. And then come in and out and in and out. Okay, very good. Now we're going to do another cover test, except this time I'm also going to have my eye covered. So if you could keep this eye covered, I'm going to cover this eye. I'm going to bring my finger into your visual field. And I just want you to tell me when you see the tip of my finger here come into the middle. All right? And because I have essentially the same field of vision that you do, I'll be able to better tell if you are seeing the same thing that I am. right? Okay, so just let me know when you see the finger come into the middle. Good. 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 Yep. Good. Good. Yep. Yep. Good. And then we'll just switch sides again. So I'll cover this eye. You cover the other. Okay? Just tell me when you see my finger come into the middle. Good. 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 Yep. Brilliant. Yep. Perfect. Very good. Let's move on to the ears. I'd like to have a little look at your ears. I'm going to be getting very up close, all right? If you could just hold still. I'm just going to be looking at the ear here. Have you had any issues lately with your sense of hearing at all? No, very good. And when was the last time that you've had your hearing checked? It's been a minute, okay? And have you had any issues with the ears themselves? Any itchiness, any pain, irritation, any sort of symptom like that? No. Okay. I'm not seeing any sign of infection, for example, or impaction. Okay, let's take a look at the other side and look at this ear here. Good. Do you happen to clean your ears with cotton buds at all? Very good. So cotton buds do not go into the ear canal at all. They can clean the outside, absolutely. But even on the box it says they're not meant for inside the ear canal. And what can happen is you can push anything you're trying to get out back in and it all sticks together. It creates this sort of dam, which then we need a professional to remove. And it can cause temporary or permanent hearing loss. So you definitely do not want to be doing that. Okay. I think that ear also looks good. Alright. Let's see. We can do a little bit of a hearing examination since it's been a little while. So I'm going to be rubbing my fingers together in one ear or the other, or maybe both. And I just want you to tell me whether you hear it in the left ear or the right ear, or both. Alright? So just focus on the sound of the rubbing. Yep, right Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. Yep. Mm-hmm. Good. Mm-hmm. Good. Very good. Okay, so hearing seems to be pretty good from the limited little test we have. But if you do have any concerns about your hearing, let us know, and we can arrange for you to have a more comprehensive hearing examination. Now I'd like to take a little look at your nose, your mouth, and your throat. If you wouldn't mind just tipping your head back a little so I can look inside the nostrils, inside the nares. Okay, so looks like from what I can see here, the septum is midline and intact, and there doesn't look to be any irritation inside either of the nasal passages. And if I look real close, looks like even up towards the turbinates, it's more of a pink and moist as opposed to, for example, red. Very good. Okay. Now if you'd like to tip your head back down, and if you could open your mouth. I'm going to put this tongue depressor on your tongue. And I'd just like you to say ah for me first. Check the uvula. Okay, you can stop, and then I'm just going to have a little peek at the throat. And I trust that you haven't had too many issues with sore throats or anything like that. Yeah, I'm kind of limited in answering there, but looks to be pretty clear back there. The tonsil. Okay, very good. And I'm just going to pull this out. Now, if you wouldn't mind just lifting your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Okay, and can you extend the tongue? Excellent. Okay, so you can put your tongue back in your mouth. And let's see what else we have left. Now, I'd like to bring the stethoscope back out to take a listen to the abdomen, if you don't mind. If you had any problems with the GI tract at all. Now, I will just have you breathe normally here for me if you could. Just keep breathing normally. Should be about it, but let me just double check here on our sheet here. Oh, so do you recall if the nurse before I came in took your temperature? No? Okay. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. And then that should be the end. Okay. I'm going to have you lift your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Okay, and I'm just going to pop this underneath your tongue. Good. And if you could lay your tongue back down, and I'm just going to watch the temperature here. Okay. Alright, and if you could lift your tongue. Good, and you can relax your mouth here. So, good temperature. Very good. Looks good. Okay. Do you have any questions at all before we end this examination? Okay. Wait to sign off here. And that will be the end of it. I'd like to thank you so much for coming in today to get this general checkup. Everything looks perfect. Absolutely perfect. So I don't think there is anything else we need to keep an eye on. And if you happen to feel like we missed something or something feels off, go ahead and just give us a call, okay? We can get you right back in. All right. I'd like to thank you so much for coming in. I hope you have a whale of a day and a good rest of your night. Thank you. Bye now. So it's kind of funny that I now get to take the helm of back in my day. But I grew up with ASMR when it had just started on YouTube. At least when it was called ASMR. Before that, it was the whispering community, and there was certainly unintentional ASMR, but when we actually got the label. So this would have been over a decade ago, and things back then, the editing was very minimal, and it wasn't uncommon to have accidental audio jump scares, especially when someone pulled out the sphygmomanometer, and everything was pretty bare bones. And I ended up watching 8 different classic ASMR videos that were at least 9 to 10 years old, and one of them was even 12 years old. And I was kind of reflecting on what kind of triggers do we not do anymore, and where have we come from back then, basically. And there are a lot of things that we used to do that we don't anymore. I really loved massage ASMRs for finger tracking for whatever reason. I really liked when ASMR artists put up the black bar for the cover tests. I don't know, everything felt much less practiced, and sometimes it feels like ASMR is a little sanitized because our editing is pretty phenomenal compared to back then. Our audio is awesome, it's so accessible to people, and it's not a bad thing at all, it's just different. So I just wanted to take some of those better parts of classic ASMR and not the sphygmomanometer jump scares, and put it all together into a video that pays homage to that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I create primarily medical, alternative medicine / pseudoscience, and personal attention ASMR roleplays. If you want to check out a specific category of my videos, my channel playlists have everything from sci-fi to historical to even fantasy videos. If you want to support my work, consider checking out my Patreon profile in the description box, where I offer early access